Just stay down, loser. The words sliced through the crowded hallway of Northwood High, a place that smelled of old books, industrial cleaner, and the metallic sting of insecurity. They were aimed at a girl crouched over her spilled backpack of textbooks, pens, and a single worn notebook scattered across the grimy linoleum. This was Maya, her first day, her fresh start already falling apart. She didn't look up, her long dark hair fell like a curtain over her face, a fragile shield against the smirks and whispers forming around her. The voice belonged to Troy, a senior whose broad shoulders filled out a varsity jacket embroidered with a roaring wildcat. Beside him stood his girlfriend, Chloe, and their friend Mark, 3 self-appointed monarchs in Northwood's ruthless social ecosystem. Troy planted his expensive sneaker directly on Maya's history textbook, pinning a broken bar in her. This is it, she thought, panic tightening her chest. This is the fresh start Mom promised me. Her hands hovered over a stray pen, trembling. Every instinct screamed at her to react, but the discipline drilled into her through years on the mats held her still. Control the breath. Assess the threat. Do not escalate. She saw everything with tactical clarity. Troy was leaning forward, weight committed. One sweep of just Onya and he'd be on the floor, but that would be a victory of violence. And Sensei Ishii's voice echoed in her memory. Jiu-Jitsu is not for proving strength, it is for preserving peace. Chloe nudged a binder with her boot, scattering loose pages. Oops, looks like someone's clumsy. Laughter rippled through the crowd of spectators gathered to witness a quiet girl's public humiliation. Maya's cheeks burned, fear curled cold around her spine, but beneath it all, something sharper stirred a cold recognition. She understood this dynamic, the twisted hierarchy, the language of dominance. The hallway was just another arena. These kids were just untrained opponents. Finally, she exhaled and lifted her gaze. Her hazel eyes met Troy's, calm and unreadable. Can I have my book back? Quiet, controlled, forcing the crowd to lean in just to hear. Troy smirked, pressing harder on the textbook. What's the magic word? Before Maya could answer, another voice cut through. Come on, man, leave her alone. Jake Matthews, a tall, lanky, with soft eyes that didn't belong in a place like this. He wasn't exactly Troy's friend, but close enough to orbit the same crowd. He crouched and began gathering Maya's papers, an act small but rebellious. Maya felt something crack inside her walls. Gratitude. Dangerous. Fragile. With a bored snort, Troy lifted his foot. Whatever. Don't block the hallway next time. He and his entourage strutted away, laughter echoing long after they turned the corner. The crowd dispersed. Maya remained on the floor with Jake beside her. Don't mind them, he said. Troy's the quarterback. Chloe's dad basically owns the town. They think they own the air too. Thanks, Maya murmured, helping gather the rest of her things. No problem. Their fingers brushed a simple, human connection. I'm Jake, Maya. Well, a broken bar. Welcome to Northwood, he said, and somehow, it felt more like a warning. Weeks passed. Maya mastered the art of invisibility, slipping through hallways like a ghost, eating lunch alone in the library's farthest corner. But anonymity was impossible. Troy, Chloe, and Mark had chosen her. A tray accidentally knocked from her hands. Photoshopped memes with #SaddenGirl, whispers that clung to her like smoke. I heard she was in witness protection. No. She got kicked out of her last school for fighting. Each insult was a small cut she bled from silently. Her mother, exhausted from double shifts, kept insisting, just give it time, sweetheart. Kids can be cruel. You just have to be stronger. Maya wanted to scream, I am stronger than you know. But she couldn't tell her mother about the truth about the black belt, the philosophy, the years spent under Sensei Ishii's strict guidance. To her mother, Jiu-Jitsu was just an after-school hobby. To Maya, it was identity, discipline, control. Alone in her room, she practiced her katasa breathing, flowing, remembering who she really was. The only spark of light was Jake. Sometimes he sat with her, sometimes he tried to reason with Troy. But cruelty rarely listens to logic. And then came the pep rally. The gym smelled of sweat and varnish. The school roared with spirit. Maya sat at the top of the bleachers, feeling like an outsider watching a cult ritual. As she slipped out early, Chloe and her court intercepted her. Oh look, trying to sneak away, Chloe purred. No school spirit. Maya tried to step around. I just want to go home. There was steel in her voice now. Mark shoved her hard. Her bag dropped. Students circled. Jake spotted the commotion from across the gym and rushed over. Breathe. Center yourself. They are emotional. You are not. Maya's body shifted into a subtle stancio balanced. Ready. Troy pushed through the crowd. Drawn to the drama, he stepped too close. Taunted too loudly. Then he shoved Hero both hands. Full force. And that was the mistake. Maya didn't resist. She yielded. Flowing like water, her hand caught his wrist. Her hips turned. Balance broke. One perfect, devastating shoulder throw. Troy's body lifted off the floor. 80 kilos of arrogance suspended in midair before crashing onto the gym floor with a hollow, thunderous crack. Silence. Total silence. Maya stood poised. Motionless. Not triumphant. Not angry. Just a broken bar finished. Jake clapped first. Then others joined. A slow ripple of stunned respect. Teachers rushed in, shouting. Maya simply picked up her bag and walked away. The ghost was gone. The warrior had stepped out of her shadow. Suspension came. A furious principal. A disappointed mother. Maya. Violence is never the answer. It wasn't violence. Maya said calmly. It was self-defense. And it was controlled. I could have done much worse. Lena saw something in her daughter she had never seen before. A quiet strength. Terrifying and beautiful. But at school, Maya became a legend. The video spread like wildfire. The Northwood Ninja. When she returned, people whispered but with awe. Troy avoided her. Chloe avoided her. Even Mark avoided her. Jake found her at her library table. That was incredible. He breathed. It was inevitable. She answered. You could have done that on the first day. Yes, so why didn't you? Because knowing you can hurt someone and choosing not to. A broken bar. She looked at him. That's real strength. They didn't understand that. They made it physical. I just redirected their energy. Jake understood. Truly understood. Their friendship grew. Maya started an after-school jiu-jitsu club. Jake joined. A shy freshman joined. Even Mark joined. And months later, in an empty hallway before winter break, Troy approached her. I was a jerk, he said softly. A massive jerk. A broken bar. Sorry. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Okay, Maya said. And forgiveness settled between them like a truce. Maya hadn't just ended bullying. She rewired the entire school's ecosystem. She proved that real strength is quiet, controlled, patient. She didn't become popular. She didn't want to. She became Maya fully, unapologetically herself, a warrior living inside a quiet girl.